What's up, you guys? TheRcCrawlerKing here, and today, you know what time it is. It's time to unbox another Haiboxing vehicle. Let's jump into it. Alrighty guys, so here we are back in the studio with another Haiboxing unit. This time we got the 903A, which is an upgraded version of the last car they sent me, which was the 903. You guys ready? You ready? You ready? You want to see it? You want to see it? You want to see it? It looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, look at that. Now that's a bird truck. Initial impressions, definitely a pretty spookum little unit. Me and my friend Jaden went out and drove this thing around in winter, which I thought was honestly probably the best time to film this thing. I just like the black and white color scheme that they got going on with it, and I figured what better way to kind of show off the color scheme than to kind of put it in a white and black environment in middle of winter. It did well. We got it absolutely covered in snow. I brought it back to the garage and it had like chunks of snow inside the frame, and it was really wet. So when they say splash proof, waterproof, can confirm, definitely can put up with what we put it through. So I definitely dig the unit. It's got nice big monster truck tires, a really aggressive tread pattern on it. Front bumper, you got your normal LED lights in the front, which is pretty slick. No rear bumper or anything like that. That wheelie bar, like I said, does get installed on the back if you wanted to go that route. Pulling the body off here, we have a, what kind of battery did they put in this thing? They got a 7.4 volt, 1600 milliamp hour, 30C, 11.84 watt hour battery. And like normal, Haiboxing includes two batteries, so you can pretty much play with this thing nonstop. While you're charging one, you can go and drive around with the other. LED light controller there. Again, there is a plug there for what I would figure is rear lights. Hopefully one day they'll give us a model with rear lights. I think that'd be really cool. Nice big, long control arms, really big. So it has a really nice wide stance. The handling characteristics are really decent. This thing doesn't get, bobbled around too easily like a lot of the smaller 18 scale vehicles and stuff that they have. So, can be quite happy with that. Built-in steering servo saver there. That little white guy, if you end up crashing really hard and it comes down like this, that steering servo saver is going to engage to make sure that the gear train inside the servo doesn't get damaged, which is a big bonus. That keeps you from having to buy servos on the non-stop, or at least gears to fix them with. Nice big brushless motor here with a nice big heatsink to keep it cool. All your metal drivetrain components are hidden inside, like your diffs and stuff like that, but we can see the metal drive shafts, the metal alt drive cups, all that stuff quite easily here. Nice metal oil-filled shocks. Like I said, pretty nice looking monster truck style rims. That's definitely a style of monster truck rim for sure, so love that. They're keeping things looking real. Pretty spookum little unit, and we had a lot of fun with it. The car absolutely rips. This thing's fast, man, really fast. Unfortunately though, it can only run on the 2S battery that it comes with. You can't put a 3S LiPo in this thing. There's a little bit of a bummer, but again, like I said, this thing rips with what it comes with, so this will be more than enough. I definitely wouldn't give this to somebody that you might be thinking of giving like a Haiboxing Rampage 18 scale brushed vehicle to. I probably would recommend the 903 instead of the 903A for that. This thing has a lot of power, dude. This is like a legit hobby grade monster truck, so if grandma's shins get hit by this thing, it is gonna hurt. Pretty nice smooth underbelly, can slide over obstacles and stuff quite nicely. Nice big metal suspension pins on the inboard side there. Pretty much everything you would come to expect in a well-built RC car, it comes in this package. Taking a look inside of the extras box here, just putting the car aside for a moment, opening up the extra spare parts box here. Ooh, we got all kinds of goodies in here. All right, let's start with the transmitter first, since that's another next most interesting thing. So this is one of my favorite transmitters from Haiboxing. It's like a full-blown RC transmitter, stands up. It's got a nice bottom on it. Takes 3 AA batteries in the bottom. It's got all of your adjustments, steering dual rate, a speed adjustment dial if you wanted to, tone it back a little bit if you were to give it to somebody to try. You got your steering trim, steering reverse, throttle reverse, and your bind mode. So it really has all the functions of a full-fledged hobby grade RC remote. Nice proportional steering. No foam knob on this one. That's all right though. Nice proportional trigger for throttle and brake. It has a nice ergonomic feel to it. Basic RTR controller. Not too much more to say on it. Now in the first little goodie box that we have here, We got a wheelie bar, which I think is pretty freaking sweet. It also has the bumper integrated into it. So it's almost like if you get this car, this is going to stay on the car because of that bumper, right? Like it kind of looks plain without it. I can confirm this thing does have enough power to do wheelies. So you can get good use out of this thing if you did install it. 2 chargers, like usual. I'd love to see that. At the end of the day, after you're done driving this thing really hard and both your batteries are absolutely flat, you can pack away everything and double speed with these 2 included chargers. I do like the fact that they're USB chargers. As I always say, it's nice to be able to charge things out in the field off of a power bank or some kind of portable power supply. Whereas with, you know, some of the hobby grade RC chargers, they can be kind of cumbersome to pack around and you have to have AC power to run most of them. There is DC power options available too for those, but again, now you're bringing extra wires and batteries to charge off of and you name it. This, you plug it in, plug in the battery and you're charging. And with the charge current that these put on, it's 1.3 amps. So we'd be charging just shy of 1C with these chargers. So if you did want to double that charge speed, you want to use something like actual hobby grade charger so you could really keep these on the cycle. By the time you're done playing with the first one, if you were using only these USB chargers, it'd be charged, but not fully. So eventually your fun would come to an end. But if you wanted to prevent that from happening, hobby grade charger is where it's at. A little goodies bag of spare parts here. Nothing too special. We got the 4 spare body clips. We got 2 spare lug nuts and 2 washers, along with some hex pins, the pins that go behind the little hexes that go behind the wheels. So nice that they include that because it's all the little small tidbits that can go missing when you're, you know, fiddling around with wheels and stuff. And then speaking of fiddling around with repairing your car, they include a T-wrench, pretty standard T-wrench that you find with all cars when you buy one, and a Phillips screwdriver for working on it. So nice to see that as well, because not everybody already has a toolkit, especially if you're buying an entry-level car like this and you're getting into the hobby for the first time. So it's nice that they just include everything onto the box. They have a little warranty card here, 90-day maintenance warranty to activate it, registration, sending an email to Haiboxing. Warranty covers a 3-month free part replacement. Will price any warranted parts, accessories, components that fail due to defects. So that's nice. They do have good product support. I have tried it out, just getting some parts already. They have a website that you can go to directly to get parts from. They also allow you to order some of the more majorly common components like body shells, tires, body clips, shocks, stuff like that. You'll be able to order a lot of that off of Amazon, which is super nice because a lot of people have Prime and it's just easy, right? You don't have to even leave your house to get RC parts. So I like that. I've already put a lot of these on, but it does come with a decal sheet so you can kind of, you know, trick out the ride the way you want, put these wherever you want on it. So that's pretty neat. And then just like all the other cars, we get the instruction manual, which is super nice to have because it includes, you know, quick start guides, general safety cautions, all the stuff you would need or be interested in looking at if you had no idea how to work one of these things. It is all in here. And that includes ordering parts. So for a guy like me who's more skilled and will do the repairs and stuff like that, I can find all of the part numbers right here when I go to contact Haiboxing to order this stuff. And then if I have any questions at all when I'm putting it back together, all of your exploded diagrams are in here as well. So super nifty that they include this book. Do not throw this away. Keep it. It's super handy. And then something that was specially included, I think, just with this car, because I don't get it with any other cars, they included like a little pamphlet about their history with all the cars that they've released. So just kind of flipping through here quickly, but you can see the T-Truck, that's one we reviewed. You can see the Truggy, the other version of it. They have it, literally every car that they've made listed in this pamphlet. They got the Protector, the other one that I sent to Eric, the one that I first got from them, the 16889. There's the 903 Vanguard, the brushed one, and then there's the one I'm looking at right now. The other one that they've sent me a while ago, the Desert Truck, that was really cool. I like that one a lot. And there's some other models in here that I don't believe they sell anymore, but it's just kind of a nostalgic thing of like, here's what we have had in the past. So very cool that they included this with this model. A little bit of piece of history here. I see they have some really cool rock crawlers even that I didn't even know that they had. Hey, if you guys want to send a rock crawler, I'll take a look at it. The TheRcCrawlerKing after all. So yeah, just really neat. They even have nitro powered cars in here, which I didn't know Haiboxing was that big of a company that they have like nitro cars, electric cars, all kinds of different RC stuff. And they've been doing this for a long time, man. I think it says here in the back, there's all parts, all the different motors and stuff. So they launched in 2003. That's a long time in the hobby, man. So these guys, they know what they're doing. They know how to make a good quality product that brings tons of fun to the table. So super neat. There's a little bit of history history there in this Haiboxing booklet brochure. Pretty neat for them to include that for us. I know what you guys really want to see though. You want me to fire this thing up so you can see how much torque this thing has. At least I know that's what I want. So let's grab some batteries. Let's grab the controller. Let's power this thing up and let's see what it can do. It makes some pretty cool startup sounds on this one. Now, just like all the other Haiboxing cars that I've reviewed on the channel, you guys, we are going to be doing a giveaway of this guy as well. And I think right now we'll segue into that really quick on how you guys can enter to win this thing. So the plan is this year, because I got the bug in me to go do some filming this year and drive some cars around. I haven't got to drive any of the Haiboxing cars, barely any of the ones that they've sent me. I am actually the one that gets to drive them, which has been kind of a bummer. So I want to get out, I want to do some filming with these things on my own and just drive them on my own. Kind of like back in the day when I used to film everything on my own. There's a little bit less production going on. I just want to go out and have some fun with these things. So this summer, I'm going to play around with them a little bit, have a little bit of fun with them, keep them in good shape though. I don't want to give them to you guys broken, right? I want you guys to go on and experience the RC hobby for yourselves and have some fun. We're going to do a giveaway. To enter that giveaway, leave a comment down below. Let me know your favorite model of budget-friendly RC car, or maybe even your favorite Haiboxing vehicle. And then when it comes around to doing the giveaway, we're going to use a random comment picker online to determine the winner. I will then try and get a hold of you, DMing you through the email that's typically associated with your YouTube channel on YouTube. Like if I go to the About section, it shows the email there. I'll try and get a hold of you. If I can't get a hold of you, we normally pick 3 winners just as a backup in case. And then, yeah, we'll arrange to have this shipped to you for free, no charge to you. It is going to be Canada only though. So I had it open to global, but then found out LiPo batteries and shipping, and they don't really like us shipping hazardous goods across the border. So it has to be Canada only, unfortunately. But yeah, we will give this away to one of you lucky Canadians. Anywho, we don't waste any more time here. Let's see how much torque this bad boy's got. Ooh, that's snappy, dude. I mean, heck, you can see the tires ballooning a little bit. That's a powerful car, man. And like I said, when me and Jaden were all driving this thing around, it ripped. For a 2S vehicle, this thing is geared perfectly, and they chose the exact KV of motor that I would have chose for a 2S vehicle. So very nice little unit. I love this thing, man. Steering's super responsive. Again, the steering servo saver is going to stop it from turning, but if I hold the steering wheel, you can still see it. Try and turn it, even though that steering servo saver is doing its work, right? And yeah, the suspension, really nice shocks for bashing, like hitting big jumps, right? They're able to absorb a lot of shock without bottoming out, which is what we want in a basher. Pretty neat little vehicle, man. I don't have too much else to say about it, but I'm looking forward to going out and ripping this thing around. And if you guys want to see some of those videos when I get around to filming them, you know what to do. Make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to be fancy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Let's go. You're mine.